This is a picture of Kyiv tonight. If you're watching along, I was showing you the strikes tonight in throughout Ukraine. Odessa, Poltava, Sumy Oblast, Kyiv Oblast, Kyiv City. As you can tell from my reaction, it's not been a good night. As of the last report, 99 UAVs are flying over Ukraine. Sumy has 14, Chernihiv 15, 27 over Kyiv, 24 over Poltava, 5 over Cherkasky, 8 over Kyivnograd, 1 over Dnipropetrovsk, and 5 in Odessa. That was probably 45 minutes ago. A lot of the air alerts just cleared. The whole eastern half of Ukraine was under air alert until about 10 minutes ago. 16 minutes ago, to be precise. Yeah, hard night. As it was playing, I don't know if you heard the dings on my phone. That was the air alerts kicking back on in Kyiv. Yeah, hard night. So, hey there, Adam Rounds, Nikki Hill, Blonde Bombsheller, Steve Sane, Mertzi, welcome all to the chat. Yeah, in case you missed it, this is what Kyiv looked like at sunset. It is currently 5:09 a.m. in Ukraine. And the after action report for yesterday, as of 8 a.m. on July 3rd. The report, as always, starts with glory to Ukraine. The 1,226th day of the large-scale armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine has begun. Me and Chungus are working together again to fundraise a truck for the guys trying to prevent these from happening. 5th Border Guard Detachment in Sumy, Air Defense Group, also known as the Prime Unit. We've seen many videos from them before. Well, here's the one asking for help.
Ми військовослужбовці підрозділу Прайм 5-го прикордонного загону. Зараз знаходимося на Сумщині та стримуємо наступ ворога. Потребуємо мікроавтобус для виконання бойових задач і очищення українського неба від ворожих крил. Звертаємось до команди Car for Ukraine та Бандера Мобіль з проханням допомогти з закупівлею, підготовкою і доставкою авто, а також до Renegade Changus та Канті Людан і їх спільноти з проханням допомогти підтримати збір. Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
So those are the guys we are fundraising for. Putting the link in chat and pinning it to the top of chat. Every donation here helps prevent this stuff. There's going to be work all day long on putting out fires and digging out rubble. And hopefully with this vehicle for the 5th Border Guards, we can help reduce that and, get your Fortress Defense pin if you donate 100 euros or more. You'd also get the patches, but coming down here to the bottom, Emo Squad, once, twice, a nano. Oh, I can do this, can't I? Yes. The Anonymouses in the house. I love that. I love being able to do that. It's just a game for 123 USD. David Hutchings, 12. Blonde Bombsheller, the lion's share so far, 500 USD. James Smith for 50 euros. Steve Sane, 50 euros. Another Anonymous. Where's my moose? There's my moose. Sumi needs our help. Get this vehicle to the amazing Prime unit with Dart drones. And Spider Fate Fella with 10 euros. Thank you so much for all your support towards Ukraine. Let's get this truck funded. Is my understanding this vehicle will have extra equipment added to it to help shoot down drones and protect Ukrainian skies as well. So with that said, let's head back to the Air Alert map. Kherson coming back under Air Alert. Chernihiv just a bit ago. Ukrainian defenders are steadfastly holding back the onslaught of the occupiers, inflicting significant losses on the enemy. In total, 185 clashes were recorded over the past day. Yesterday, the enemy launched 2 missile strikes on the positions of Ukrainian units and settlements, using 7 missiles, as well as 62 airstrikes, dropping 93 guided aerial bombs. You see that is still a threat in the east right now. In addition, Russia carried out 5,520 artillery strikes, with 84 of those strikes being from MLRSs. They also used 3,194 kamikaze drones to cause destruction. Airstrikes were carried out in or around the settlements of Poltavka and Mayak in Donetsk and Kozatsky in Kherson. Over the past day, aviation, missile forces, and artillery units of the defense forces of Ukraine have destroyed 8 areas of concentration of personnel, weapons, and equipment, as well as 2 enemy artillery pieces. Hopping over to the deep state map and zooming into Sumy, North Slobodansk, and Kursk directions. Ukrainian defenders repelled 13 Russian assaults over the last day. The enemy also carried out 9 additional airstrikes, dropping 19 more guided bombs, and carried out another 360 artillery attacks. 19 of those were from MLRS. Heading over to South Slobodansk and the Kharkiv area. The enemy tried 25 times to break through the defense lines of our defenders in the areas of Gluboki, Zeleny, coming over to Voschansk, and unfortunately, I have the regrettable duty to report that Russia attacked near Milove, pushing in through a new section of the border. Abernin, Mitrofranivka. I'm not sure where that one's at. Russia is pushing border areas all over right now. I haven't had a chance to look up where that settlement is. And Mala Shapkivka down over here. Mitro. I thought maybe this one was it, but no. Oh, there we are. Mitrofranivka is right there. Moving down to Kupiansk direction. 9 attacks by the invaders took place in the Kupiansk direction yesterday. Our defenders repelled the enemy assault actions in the areas of Stepova Novosilka, Kolonivska, Zarzova, Zeleny Gay, and towards Petropavlivka, back up by Kupiansk. Moving down to Liman area. The enemy attacked 18 times, trying to wedge into our defenses near the settlements of Rydkobub, Torsky, right there, Grevkivka, shoot, I forgot where Hirorgivka is. Okay, I'm just gonna skip. Oh, duh. My brain fart, because I keep considering this part of Servisk, but it's like right on the border. So Girogorivka, Zeleny Dolna, right back up here. Yampolivka, Karpivka, Kolodazny, Soridny, Shandri Golove. Which one did I miss? Novimir up here. Heading further to the south to Service direction. Our soldiers successfully stopped 3 enemy attacks in the directions of Fedorivka. I think it's down here, but there we go. Well, another one of those towns you have to zoom in for the name to pop up. And Vamivka over here. Scooting to the west to Kramatorsk, Slovansk, and Konstantinivka. Konstantinivka, another city getting struck pretty heavily today, this morning, overnight, however you want to say that. Occupiers attacked 5 times in the directions of Bondarni, and that is a newer settlement for me, and I can't remember where it is offhand. Bodanivka? I'll have to look out for that one as we go through. Mokova, and of course in Chasev Yar. Heading directly to the south of Chasev Yar to Toretsk, the enemy carried out 11 attacks in the city of Toretsk itself, Divlivka, Shachirabanivka, Petrivka is one of those right below Shachirabanivka. It's kind of like sister cities, they're attached. Rusin Yar way to the west. Rusin Yar, where'd you go? And Plashivka. Plashivka, I just saw it right, is right there. And unfortunately, we come to the hottest direction, and has been the hottest direction for quite some time. Pokrovsk, where our defenders stopped 58 assault actions of the aggressor in the areas of the settlement of Popovyar, Poltavka, right to the north of it, Mirny. Got to zoom in really far to get into Mirny. Let me scroll up here. Novo Ekonomichny, right above Nikolaevka. Mirolubivka, Promin, Lasivka, Udashny, Goltene, Novo Nikolaevka, Novosorhivka, Dachny. I think got to jump back the other direction. Oh no, Dachny is here. Oleksivka, Gorogovo. Now we get to jump around a little bit in this area to Vododormivka, which, if I remember correctly, yep, way back up here by Poltavka. Novo Poltavka is in this area. It's just not on the map. I'm not sure which settlement it is because they're not all the settlements are labeled. So your guess is as good as mine for which one is Novo Poltavka. Or excuse me, Novo Pavlivka. Anyways, Razinoya is another new one for me. I'll have to look for that one. Raskinchny, not close, but no cigar on that. It might be this one in just a mistranslation. And Molodetsky. Let's just check over here. I'll have to look for these settlements to verify where they're at. I'm just not seeing them offhand. Molodetsky is right there. No, only a couple I need to look up and figure out where they're at. BB, you care to answer Mr. Squiggle there for me? In the Novopavlivka direction, the enemy carried out 19 attacks yesterday in the areas of the settlements of Zaporizhia, Yalta, Mirny. I can never say this name right. Pidubny. Right there. And Shevchenko. Moving over to the Huliopol direction. The enemy did not conduct offensive actions. Always good news and the silver lining for today. Moving over to Orhiv. The occupation troops stormed positions of the defense forces in the Kamiansky direction just one time. In the Dniprovsky direction and Kherson area, Dniprovsky being right here, the defenders successfully stopped 2 enemy attacks. In the Volyn and Polizia directions, there is still no sign of the formation of enemy offensive groups. Our soldiers continue to inflict significant losses in manpower and equipment on the occupation forces and are actively undermining the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. Goes into the losses for today. We'll cover that with the graphic here shortly. And we end with, as always, join the defense forces. Razom Peremojemo and Slava Ukraina. Thank you, BB. I appreciate it. Go back and catch up with chat. I see Titan. You know, Titan, you keep talking like that, I'll give you a wrench. Make you work even harder. Let me know. Nick, good to see you. I guess we got raided by Nick. I'm just trying to catch up with chat. Yeah, it's, I mean, that is unfortunately Kyiv. And as far as I know, there has been more strikes since this photograph. Driftless. Whoa, the first send over that actually works. I'll fix that really quick, Nick. If I as soon as I can get caught up to chat. Good day, sir, from Nick to Steve. Okay. Nick, I tend to give all streamers that come onto my channel a wrench just so I can differentiate and see easier when they come into chat. It just makes my life easier, especially with my eyesight. And the orcs keep pushing. Yes, they do, Liam. Well, I don't expect Nick to be out there working on cars. That's for sure. Titan, I can give you Nick's courtesy wrench. Yes, like Mr. Squiggle says, if you haven't subbed or if you haven't hit the like, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'd appreciate it very, very much. We're very close to being able to have memberships on this channel. And have another way of funding for Ukraine. I'm a bit confused about the big mess in Kyiv. Does this mean Korean weapons? They haven't left. They exist. Korea's been sending off and on missiles, artillery shells, and artillery pieces as well. There you go. As you wish, blonde. Nikki Hill is pretty good troll bumper. Well, all caught up with chat, and Titan's looking at a message on his screen right now going, oh, great. What did I get myself into? Anyways, heading over to the losses for yesterday from the Russian Federation for July 3rd. 1,000 personnel losses yesterday, bringing the total to 1,023,090 personnel that Russia has lost since the full-scale invasion. One more tank, closing in on 11,000 tanks very quickly. 5 more armored personnel vehicles. 21 artillery systems. 85 UAVs. 101 Dalmatians or vehicles. And 1 special equipment. That is the Russian losses for today. Yeah, rallies are going to be big this weekend. 4th of July tomorrow. Obviously, Independence Day for America. I am heading to a powwow tomorrow. I might not do a stream tomorrow from like this, but I might be doing a live stream from the powwow, depending on if I get permission from the organizers. So that will be interesting and I hope pretty cool. Head back to the air alert map. And as you can see, more guided bombs from aircraft heading in. Kupiansk, Izium, Kramatorsk, Pokrovsk. Drones over Kyiv. More planes coming up from the Sea of Azov through Donetsk. And down through northern Luhansk towards Kharkiv. It's not over. Now you want that mocha? What mocha? They moved from the main shields to all the other accounts. Yeah, that's... LJ, I'm never going to take that as an assumption. I will always ask the organizers first. So even if they know I'm streaming it and something is coming up that needs to not be on film, they can, know me and look for me and find me and tell me, hey. Before we go too much farther, and before you get too close of a look at my ugly mug, let me put my hat on and try to remember where I put this thing. So let's go full cam. Oh gosh. And no, I am never making my bed. Screw making bed. It's a waste of time. So I got a package today. And oh boy, are my taste buds yelling at me right now? Both good and bad. Because I got how do I take the glare off? Beaver sweet hot mustard. I can't find this in the stores here. I had to order it online to get it to ship. You know, South Dakota is a bit of an oddity. Oh. Well, I guess we're going to get a preview. Because I was opening it up to get like a little dab. And it kind of squirted. Oh, that smells so good. So, oh. Okay, this is definitely hotter than the horseradish. Oh. So even we did get 1,000. Crap, but okay. Oh boy. I was gonna say, well, we need to get 1,000 before I take a spoonful and do this as a preview, but so here goes. Precious commodity here. Oh, that tingles. Oh, Vlad making it just in time for me to torture myself. The spoon won't go in the hole. Let's angle this down a little bit here. See a bit more of my messy room. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Fair enough. I will tell you this, it tastes amazing, but like even the little bits that I'm cleaning up with my finger, and it's hotter than the horseradish. So, before it drips, here's the first $1,000 raised for the 5th border guard. Oh, cry me. Okay, it's not so bad until you swallow. Oh. 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 Giving night. Oh. Oh. Holy criminy. Don't get me wrong, that Oh, that tastes so good. But, oh, that is definitely hotter than the horseradish. I should contact them, see if they'll sponsor me. Oh. Oh. If I knew how to do that, I would. I can't even find who was saying that, but saying I need to cut those into shorts for YouTube. Oh. Okay, I don't care. I'm taking water. Mm. Ooh. So that was for the first 1,000. Wrong way. There. Beaver sweet hot mustard. What you saw on that spoon is about double of what I normally put on a hot dog. And we can thank. Oh, we got another. Well, let me go back to scene. And we got another Anana Moose to thank for 21 euros. And Linda Smallbones. Linda, thank you guys for the work you do. Slava Ukraine, Heroam Slava, with a whopping 209 euros. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't say thank you enough, Linda. Okay, even after chugging that water and swishing it around, it's still burning. And my nose is starting to run. Oh. Oh, I completely forgot where I was at. Well, if you want to see me burn my nose hairs even more and clean out my gullet, because, oh, that's going to burn all the way through, I'm sure. Or you just want to help out the 5th Border Guard Prime unit. I didn't have anything prepared today other than those two because I've been chatting with my friends and trying to talk to them. But you go to Canty Center and just search, or excuse me, wrong search. Search in this channel. Now we're going to get like prime ministers and blah, 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 blah. Go through some of their videos. This is another one of the latest videos from Prime and some of the work they are doing. A PDF of a photo of the beaver mustard? You know what? I'm going to wait until I'm going to contact them, see if they'll sponsor me and give me like a free bottle or something. And I just realized I'm doing this out of order. I did not go through Zelensky's speech. So mustard seed, vinegar, honey, wheat flour, salt, lemon juice, citric acid, onions, artificial flavors, natural flavors, garlic, turmeric, soybean oil, extract of paprika, and I'm not sure what's so hot in this thing, but damn, it's hot. I wouldn't say braver. Uh, just willing to humiliate myself to, well, yeah, willing to humiliate myself for a cause that I think is good. Holy criminy! Border guards again. Prime destroy Russians in the Kursk direction. They moved away from Kursk and are in Sumy now, but more video from these guys. Anyway, technically, Linda, I'm a beaver man. Ooh. And yes, that's actually making me sweat. Yeah, sweet and hot. That's for dang sure. Ugh. So, yeah, we've seen quite a few videos from these guys. But let me head over to Zelensky's channel, the president of Ukraine. This is yesterday's speech. I did not stream yesterday because I was picking my mom up from the airport. 7 hours in the truck, 6 of them driving. And I was hurting. Got home at 2:30 in the morning. So anyway, let's go through the speech or the address from Zelensky yesterday. I wish you good health, fellow Ukrainians. A very important update for today. I have just met with entrepreneurs, members of the American Chamber of Commerce. These are significant businesses. I thank them for their work in Ukraine and with Ukraine. These are companies that pay taxes in our country and preserve job opportunities. But they are also companies and people with significant influence. It is important for all of us in Ukraine that everyone now uses their personal influence to achieve a collective outcome. Continued U.S. support for Ukraine, for our defense, for our people, is in our shared interest, held by everyone in our country. Air defense for Ukraine is protection for every company operating in our state, holding assets here, and developing their production. Ukraine's message is absolutely clear. Together, we can achieve more. I thank all the companies and entrepreneurs who support Ukrainians' defense and who support Ukrainian resilience. Today, we discussed how meaningful it is when companies withdraw from the Russian market and choose to work right here in Ukraine. We are also establishing a new network of cooperation with the United States and many other countries based on shared opportunities for developing industry and technological sectors. But of course, security, of course, protection from Russian strikes is the cornerstone. We expect greater engagement from businesses in promoting this security agenda of ours. Also today, Ukraine's Minister of Defense and Minister of Foreign Affairs gave their reports in particular on our relations with the United States. Currently, at the working level, Ukraine and the U.S. are clarifying all the details of the defense support, including the air defense component. One way or another, we must ensure protection for our people. There were also discussions. It was doing so good. There were also discussions today about the next steps in our relations with the European Union. During this period of Denmark's 6-month presidency, there was a meeting today with the government officials and the office team. We are also working with Denmark and other partners on new agreements for arms production, including joint manufacturing, and we're also preparing updates on our interceptor drones. Today I spoke with the president of Egypt. It was a very important conversation, but about our bilateral... It's still burning the back of my throat a little. About our bilateral relations, and of course, ways to bring the war closer to an end. Egypt is ready to help. We agreed to activate the work of the Ukraine-Egypt Intergovernmental Commission and our entire bilateral cooperation. One more thing, we are also continuing to entirely justify our efforts targeting various individuals who have aligned themselves with Russia. Figures with political influence and Russian passports, individuals who work against Ukraine's independence in all its dimensions, including spiritual independence. Anyone who supports or justifies aggression, all these people have no place in Ukraine and never will. We are adopting the respective decisions, and we are preparing new Ukrainian sanctions resolutions for security and for the Defense Council. Slava Ukraina, and of course, Heroam Slava. He sped up at the end there. Ice cube. Okay, so yes, to get it before I get too far ahead of myself here, showing you a couple videos from the Prime unit that we are supporting with this fundraiser. Every $1,000 reached, whether we reach it on stream or not, I will be taking another spoonful of my mustard. Yeah, I'm sure he's figured the orange buffoon out. The orange buffoon's not easy or not hard to figure out. You just have to do it every other day because he changes his mind every other day. He changes his mind with whoever he talks to last. So if you can and are able to, please do support Cars for Ukraine. the 5th Border Guards and help the civilians in Ukraine by shooting down more drones and hopefully by extension more missiles and making it safer to be in Ukraine. Trump, he changes his mind with whatever he has heard last. It's like in accounting. First in, first out, or last in, last first out. He doesn't rotate his stock. It's whatever's put in front of him last. With the impeachment call last week, I was hoping things would wake up, but earlier today, the Trump's big, beautiful fuck up of a bill passed. $3.5 trillion more in debt over the next 9 years. Oh yeah, it's going to be fun. We'll come back and check in on this more later. More drones heading down towards Kyiv. And glide bombs in the eastern part of Dnipro Oblast. Hey there, Matt German. Okay, I can't argue with you on that, not Sherlock Holmes. With that, let's take a small trip into Volna Ukraina, one of my favorite channels, and show you what some of the soldiers are sharing with us.
Я кохаю тебе більше, ніж вчора, але менше, ніж завтра. Де було двоя, з'явиться ми.
Має пройти ще трошки часу і все добре буде. Забудеш цей нестерпний час, ніби це був сон. І знов без страху гулять будуть по парках люди. І замість пікселя вже буде інакший фасон. Сядем за столом, заспіваєм пісню, відкриєм фляжку і заповним пусті стакани.
Oh, this is a long one.
Собі посеред лісу і вже ніколи не забудем ці часи війни. З'їздимо на море в Крим, а потім в Карпати. І налюбуємось природою наших країв. І більше нам не помішають москальські кати. Відбудуємо міста, не буде в нас руїн. Броня,
Hey, Pat, how you doing?
українська нація, вихід, прильот, по землі вібрація.
You guys are gonna have to excuse me for a second.
Корпорації, крики, втрати, де евакуація, поки там на сході, це все відбувається, мажики в тилу, намірено катаються, радуть волонтерку, на війні наживаються, а в відповідь базарі, на це не касається, але все рівно, друже, як ти не крути, виграєм війну і відновимо мости, будем жити, не тужити в вільній Україні, і при владі у Верховній Раді не будуть раби, і як приїдеш додому, свічку запали, задай, яку ціну віддали наші пацани, жаль дітей, батьків, наших відважних воїнів, але я все одно надію, що коли ще ми сядем за столом, заспіваєм пісню, відкриєм фляжку і заповним пусті стакани, візьмем намети і підем собі посеред лісу, і вже ніколи не забудем ці часи війни, з'їздимо на море в Крим, а потім в Карпати, і налюбуємось природою наших країв, і більше нам не помішають москальські кати.
Shoot and scoot, shoot and scoot.
В нас руїн, ти маєш розуміти, кожного своя доля, після закінчення бойні не буде менше болю, і хай там що
Look at all those trees that have been hit and just sheared off by the artillery and shells and such.
за грошима чи за славою, годувати треба не брехнею, тільки правдою, воєнкоми мажуть за
There really isn't a whole lot of context giving with these videos. They're just videos sent in by the soldiers to this channel. And, you know, just Slava Ukraina. Still got a few Humvees going there, doing some target practice.
Не мы эту войну начали, но мы тут стоим, чтобы ее закончить.
Is it just me or does he look like a younger Mr. Miyagi?
Все будет хорошо.
Готово наведено.
Давай вогонь.
Постріл!
Oh, that is all the videos from. Oh. Yeah, that mustard's still hitting, just so you know. I can just clear that one. Third assault. Okay, what's this? Oh, that's loud. That's what it is.
Художественный фильм «Спиздили».
So did they just send a drone to steal a machine gun from the Russians? They did. uh
Yeah. Yeah.
Not Sherlock Holmes. If Trump had a brain, 98% of his businesses wouldn't have gone bankrupt. Keep in mind, Trump is the only person I know that has sent 3 casinos to bankruptcy. I was strolling through the war zone one day. I won't be strolling no more. Okay, enough of that one. Yeah, some of these channels, it's pretty dangerous to play their videos without screening them first, but oh well. Okay.
Військовий мій друже, дорогу вкажи, де скеля тризуб гордо в небо стримить, боронить від ока лихого й біди, ту квітку лілею, що мушу знайти. Військовий мій друже, дорогу вкажи, де скеля тризуб гордо в небо стримить, боронить від ока лихого й біди, ту квітку лілею, що мушу знайти. Розкажи мені, діброва рідна, як присягу склали юнаки. 90 років і незламна, й непохитна, буде непохитна на віки.
This entire video is proof that boys don't grow up, our toys just get bigger, more expensive.
Небо стримить, боронить від ока лихого й біди, ту квітку лілею, що мушу знайти. Наші предки лицарі, герої, ми по них рівняємо діла. Сила честі, тверда віра Юрія Святого, нам синам у спадок перейшла.
BB, I would agree with you 100% if in the next 3 to 4 months he comes after guns. Got fireworks going off around me. Let's see what AAR has for us today. Translation still is not working on Telegram, so I'm trying to read what it is before I play it. Yeah, let's go with this one. Okay, never mind. Going over the stats for the month, so let's go with this one instead. I'm telling you, BB, theater mode, theater mode. Yeah, that would make sense, Linda, but this is the US. Oops, I forgot. Wasn't paying attention. Let's get off that. Let's go with images from Kyiv right now. Taco base. Rescuing the doggies. See you, Linda. Let's just go down the list. Thankfully, Warriors Ukrainian posts both in English and in Ukrainian. Occupied part of Zaporizhia region, the result of a strike on the rear bridge from HIMARS. One heck of a pothole. Won't be using that bridge for a little while. Yesterday, Russians shelled one of the hospitals in Kherson with artillery. 5 patients, 3 nurses were injured. Russia has set a world record for internet shutdowns in June of this year alone. 655 network shutdowns of varying magnitude in Russia in June. Yeah, if you use the internet in Russia and you're in one of these red areas, you're not going to be getting much of it. New video of destruction of Russian FPV drones with a pneumatic net gun. If you're watching Rick the Ukrainian, they're raising funds for a net gun the last couple streams. Here's one in action. I'll watch that again. Yeah, it looks like it just barely caught. Let me. So yeah, it only caught one of the rotors. So apparently almost counts in hand grenades, horseshoes, and drones. UK and Germany prepare to sign wide-ranging mutual defense treaty. Cool. Luhansk oil depot consequences of the strike July 1st.
Беспилотниками. Город Луганск.
Germany will begin doing mass inspections of shadow Russian tankers in the Baltic Sea. That was starting this month. Thank you, Germany. Hungary has no objective reasons to delay Ukraine's European integration process. Thank you. The Russians will not be able to launch 400 to 500 Shaheeds every day, but sometimes after accumulation, unfortunately, they will have such an opportunity. Again, looking like tonight was one of those opportunities. Crimean Wind analyzed satellite images of the airfield before and after the SBU drone attack. Yeah, a little bit of damage there. Just a few fires. More on the drone attack of the airfield. Russians entered Dachny in the Dnipro region. Ukrainian military writes that the Russians were unable to gain a foothold, and fierce fighting continues in the border regions. So that's in Dachny right there. Show you guys where that is at. So they're showing like right in here. And again, Russia's way of advancing is just drive a car forward, get there. Those guys showing off the flag might not have made it very far after that. So who knows what's going on? We'll have to wait for more information. For Dnipro, apart from missile and drone strikes, there is no other threat. Budanov. Lack of new U.S. sanctions allows Russia to replenish its war chest. Yes, thank you, Trump. No, thank you, Trump. Russians' attempt to develop their own sea drones can be called unsuccessful. Budanov. Judging by the news from Azerbaijan, the next special military operation may begin somewhere in the South Caucasus. Just thinking out loud. Yeah. Enemy gun tanks fighting positions destroyed by pilots of Scala. Ooh. Well, when you consider a soldier someone you grabbed off the street or out of jail, gave them like 5 rounds of ammunition, taught them how to fire the rifle, and then sent them to the front, pretty easy to recruit well, I think the estimates were like 40,000 Russians being recruited that way a month. Oh God, no, I'm not listening to you. U.S. warehouses have enough air defense systems and missiles for them. Negotiations on their supply to Ukraine, including on a commercial basis, are continuing. Russians. Oh, yeah, that's Russians on their way home. Crutches, bandages, and casts everywhere. North Korea is set to triple the number of its troops fighting for Russia along the front lines with Ukraine, sending an additional 25 to 30,000 soldiers to assist Moscow. Good timing, Mertzy. I was saying that look down and your message just popped up in chat. Ukraine has not received official notifications about the suspension or revision of arms supply schedules from the U.S. Yeah, that's typical. That seems like it's operating procedure for Trump. Another loss from the 810th Order, allegedly guards of Russian Marine Brigade, who accidentally got lost and went into the Sumy region. Now they are helplessly bleeding and thanking the armed forces of Ukraine for their human attitude and preserved life. Trump waffle stomped himself down the drain. Good to know. Sorry to my German friends out there. I know that's not what it says, but Ukraine's air defense weapon supplies will only last until the end of summer, after which a critical gap may arise that European countries are not yet ready to fill on their own. That's scary. British defense, U.S. halts weapons deliveries. We've heard about that. Yeah. Cakehead, also known as No Neck Joe. Border guards destroyed the invaders with a grad vehicle. Sorry, I wanted to explain to some of the non-Americans here. Waffen, stop. In English, waffens or waffle stomp is when you're taking a shower and have an accident, and rather than cleaning it up, you just stomp it through the grate in the drain in the tub. Just so you know. It's just funny. I could not pass that up. Electronic warfare specialists from the 47th Brigade demolish Russian FPVs on approach. TMI, yeah, but I had to explain where I was coming from on that one. It smells so good, but oh, it's so dangerous. So good to see the 47th still out there doing work. Mark Root. This was a big foreign policy victory for President Trump and his excellent foreign policy team. And finally, Europeans have now agreed to pay the same amount as the U.S. We also need to finance further strengthening of NATO because the threat from Russia exists. Is that just me, or is that talking in circles? Yeah, I. This is war in Crimea as a result of a vile attack by the main intelligence director of the Ministry of Defense, Vice Admiral and Commander of the Black Sea Fleet. Fernandovich was killed. Details will be later. We must take revenge. We are waiting for a response from the decision-making centers. That's an announcement by Russians. 4 UAV production workshops were damaged in Russia. That was 2 nights ago. Soldiers of the 3rd Airborne Assault Battalion of the 79th destroy the enemy near Constantinople and Bogota. Special Forces conduct a raid. I can't show those. YouTube deletes my videos when I show gunfire for some reason. Very strong explosion at a gas station in Zhytomyr. Wow. Air Force shot down over 100 Shaheeds with anti-aircraft drones. I'm going to have to go through these faster because there's still like 170 posts to go through. 2 dead, 15 injured after the explosion in Житомир.
Шляпа, коротше, пизда, куча гражданських, машини горять. Ми бігаємо, ставимо турики, коротше, пацани.
Oh, sad to hear. Wish I knew what happened. This is what the gas station looked like where the explosion initially reported in Jaisalmer. The gas station is damaged. The epicenter of the explosion is in a different place. So possibly a strike by Russia. Oh. Still no clarification of what it was. Who's your daddy? Yes, I am. Zoot Suit Riot. And I love they're playing the music in this is the music from Snatch. But yeah, that's a video of the drone stealing the machine gun from the Russians. Tourette's Konstantinivka direction. Soldiers continue to destroy the invaders and their transports. 5 loafs, 4 cars, an ATV, and a motorcycle. Hey there, Jim. How's it going? Moving right along. Donetsk yesterday. More from Donetsk.
Обожаю это. Сука. Ну какого хуя? Сука. Да.
Hit of an ammunition depot in occupied Donetsk.
Ух ты, ебать его в рот.
You can hear all the secondary explosions. Some nice fireworks for, well, the 2nd of July. A lot of video of that place going up. Let's get caught up. More of it, more video from there, more video from there. List of munitions improved for Ukraine, but now being held in Poland. 92 and air interceptor missiles. I'm not sure what AIM stands for. I can't remember. But at 92 AIM missiles, 30 Patriot missiles, 8,496. Oh, geez. Every time I burp, it burns a little. 8,496 155 millimeter howitzers, 142 Hellfire missiles, 252 HIMARS missiles, 25 Stinger missiles, and 125 grenade launchers in Poland being stopped from being delivered to Ukraine. Yeah. Finally, we're caught up with today. Last night, a 52 drones launched by Russia, 22 were shot down, 18 suppressed by electronic warfare, in total taking out 40 of the 52. Due to strike of Shahed on a residential high-rise building in Odessa, a 9-story building was damaged. Fire broke out from the 7th to the 9th floors. 4 people injured. Oh, that was almost bad. Yeah, Matt. That was yesterday. Today, a lot more got through. Unfortunately, there was a lot more. I haven't heard any details so far on totals, but at one point in the day, there was 100 shaheeds over Ukraine at one point. And that was hours ago at this point, and still ongoing. Just to give an update, Zaporizhia, Eastern Dnipro, Donetsk, Cherkasy, Kyiv, Kyiv City, and Chernihiv, all under air alert still. I mean, this is Kyiv in the last day, 5 sets of different explosions. Kharkiv had a bunch today too. Donetsk and Dobropilya, Slovansk, Drusivka, Konstantinivka, Dobropilya, and in the current air alert, Kramatorsk, Drusivka, Kramatorsk. Odessa had explosions reported. It's been a bad night. It's not been a good conversation with my friends over there. It's scary. Ceasefire predicted for 2026. Yeah, I'm guessing that's going to happen because 2026 is when it's predicted that Russia will enter a severe recession. According to the publication, Russia may seek to survive Trump's presidential term, accumulate weapons, stabilize the economy, and try to change the government in Ukraine for further action. Yeah. Day of anti-missile forces. Washington downplays halt of some weapons shipments as Kyiv calls in U.S. ambassador. European governments are considering purchasing American weapons and transferring them to Ukraine. That would be very helpful. Thank you if you do that. Russians hit the military registration and enlistment office in Poltava. So at least one military target was hit yesterday. But it was a recruiting office. GUR conducted Operation Dronocide. Comprehensive destruction of positions of Ukrainian UAV operators. During the operation, 42 objects where Russian drone operators were sitting were destroyed. I gotta watch this one. That was worth the watch. Here are the sheets coming in. So we see two of them. And here's the third one. You see how high they're coming in from? Yeah, that was Poltava yesterday. No, that's the enlistment office after the drones hit it. Creepy footage of the high-rise building being hit in Odessa. And the after effects. Okay, I gotta move these because this is like the third time I've reached for it, and one of these times I'm just gonna sit there and go, oh. You guys would love to see that. Day of Aviation Land Forces. The attack in Poltava again. It looks like caught on somebody's drive cam. Unfortunately, 2 people killed, 11 injured in Poltava. Well, Ukraine's SBU exposes an Air Force major recruited by the FSB through his ex-wife who was working for occupiers in Melitopol. SBU drone successfully hit the Russian army Ammo Depot, we saw that video before. Result of a HIMARS strike on Russian military location.
Мы пока спали, блин. Красота, лепота. Ну, блин, блядь, висят нахуй. Доброе утро, блядь. Вон вороночка, блядь, куда прилетела, в подвал, нахуй.
Gunpowder factory in Korotos was set on fire after drone strikes. No video with that one, no. Explosion has been heard in temporary occupied Luhansk. 2 people have been reported as injured. Aji, hello. David. I'm sorry, I have a hard time translating. Okay, thumbs up, fists, and I don't know what the other one is. Iris T, which is in service of the Air Force of Ukraine, has already shot down 34 cruise missiles. I love that they're putting the hashtag or the hashes up for their kills on the Iris T. Of course, Iris T, German made instead of American. Footage from the ground of the moment the Su-24 launches 2 Storm Shadow cruise missiles at enemy targets. This should be cool. Okay, I don't see it. I didn't see it. Hopefully you have better eyes than I do. Aerial bomb, seen that one. Zelensky arriving in Denmark. Hey, Chungus. You missed it. You missed it because guess what? We already reached our first 1,000 and keep on moving. 1,148.99. Not all of it, just one spoonful. But okay, fine. Let's go full cam. Oh. Beaver Sweet Hot Mustard. That's the stuff. Just a little dab. That's hot enough and flavorful enough to be good. Any more than that, it's gonna get hot, and it did get hot. Since we had more donations come in, let's see who it was. Adam Rounds, thank you very much for the 10 euros. Daughter Pat, thank you for 118 USD. Well, cranking it up there. Keep it going. Thank you all for your donations, supporting Ukraine and air defense units such as the 5th Border Guards around Sumy. Oh, it was freaking scorching. I could probably wring my hat out with the sweat that was in it. I'm hot. I'm sticky. I should go hop in the shower. But I'll get that done after I'm done visiting with you guys, with you folks. Sorry, not guys, folks. Yeah, well on our way. Over 10% done. Let's keep up the good work. Yes, I do. BB linking the website for the donations, saying Canty wants to eat more mustard. Oh yeah. I'd prefer to have it on hot dogs or Black Forest ham sandwich with some Swiss cheese and anyways, I'm trying to move through a lot of the old posts on Telegram. I wish I could translate this, but it's just too much. So let's go to Deep L. Damage to railway infrastructure within the city limits in Kyiv. Passenger trains heading west are being rerouted via Vishneve and Darnitsia, causing delays of up to 2 hours. Kyiv City Express is currently operating only on the northern semicircle in both directions due to the combination with passenger train deviations from the timetable. Deviations from the timetable are possible. So yeah, not going to be an easy day getting around Ukraine or getting around Kyiv. As a result of the Ukrainian strike on the command post, the Russian Armed Forces former commander of the 155th Separate. Oh my gosh. How can you make an any longer title, please? Don't. Trump and Zelensky are supposed to talk about the halt in weapons. Good, that needs to happen. Somebody's hinting at destroying something at a Russian airfield. I wonder if it was those two guys, Major General and his friend. Russians hit the port infrastructure in Odessa. Struck the battery and accumulators for weapons for the Russian. So that factory is down. There is an agreement on Ukrainian-American cooperation for the production of drones, in particular interceptor drones. This is an obvious priority. Sweden, way to go, Sweden. Because they will be providing Ukraine with new military aid package worth 130 million today. Including barrels for 10 Archer self-propelled howitzers, long-range UAVs, underwater vehicles, Scania and Volvo trucks. Nice. Strike on the command post of the 8th Army in Donetsk. Oh. Keeping going, keeping going. Defense Forces South launching heavy attack drones from the sides of sea drones in the areas of the villages of Mayak, Crimea. Nebo M's. I don't know what those are, but it looks like they took them out. Let's find out what they are. So apparently these radar stations for Russia are no more. No, I think I'm going to skip the Tums Mexigirl and go straight for the Pepto. Oh, that was hot. Oh, switch screen. Da-da-da-da. So let me play that one again. Unfortunately, no sound, but you see the drone riding on the drone boat. Sorry if I broke your computer screens. So that's the radar stations. There's the takeoff of the drone. Video from the drone. And there's the radar station. Excuse me, there was the radar station. And taking out the command truck for it too. Yeah, I'm going to be putting some lotion next to the toilet just in case. Odessa hit by ballistics again. The Russian economy, overheated by the war, is reaching its limit. It's very important for us to increase our pressure. The 18th package of sanctions will hit the very heart of Putin's war machine. Ursula von der Leyen. Kind of some of the stuff Zelensky's been doing today. And in Denmark, presented a special award, the Future of Ukraine distinction to 11-year-old volunteer. Oh, I'm not going to hack up his name. Since the last year, he has been handcrafting Easter decorations, and through their sale has raised over 34,000 Danish kroner to purchase school backpacks and supplies for Ukrainian children affected by the war. Jans became the first foreigner to receive this award. We will always be grateful to everyone who sincerely empathizes with our people and helps Ukraine. I am deeply thankful to Jans and on behalf of all our people and the children of Ukraine.
Hi, Jans. That is a surprise. Yeah, I'm happy to see you. To meet you. Hi.
Good night, BB.
Good to see you. Nice to meet you. Thank you. And I'm very thankful from all our people, first of all from all our children, and you know it, and they are under attacks, under Russian attacks, but they are trying to survive, and they survive because they love Ukraine, because they have friends. And you're a big friend of Ukraine. Thanks for these backpacks, yes, in English backpacks that you did, that you collect money and helped our Ukrainian children. From all our children, we're honored that we have such friends from Denmark. My congratulations, yes. That is for you.
Så får der nok. Smile.
With the sanctions, it could just be a lack of maintenance, Saji. Be interesting to find out, though. But yeah, that was the reward Future of Ukraine distinction medal given to 11-year-old boy in Denmark who raised funds for backpacks. I'm not the boss, BB. Tony Danza's the boss. Or Bruce Springsteen, he's the boss. Zelensky out there pressing the flesh. So, Special Forces of the Wings of Omega destroy enemy personnel in cover 3 loaf vans, a truck, and a ATV. Night, BB. So that was from Omega. Number of injured as a result of the strike in Poltava has increased to 59. 2 killed are also known. There are many civilians among the injured. Yeah, who was the actress that played Angela? If you know that without looking, I'd agree that she was the boss. House Democrat leader speaks nonstop for 8 hours, 33 minutes, setting a new record. Hakeem Jeffries again, setting records for speeches in on the floor. Kremlin's oil revenues keep falling. Lower crude, strong ruble erode proceeds from the industry. Russia's oil revenue in June slumped to a 2-year low as global crude prices fell and the ruble strengthened. Proceeds from the oil industry shrank by almost 30%. 415.6 billion rubles. $5.27 billion. That's how much Russia gets in gas revenues a month. I'll stay away from the title. Germany wants to buy 2 Patriot systems from the U.S. for Ukraine. German government is urgently working on a solution to provide Ukraine with new defense systems and a sufficient number of Patriot missiles. Thank you, Germany. Russia officially recognizes Afghanistan under Taliban. Okay. Donetsk. Yeah, we're starting to get into the start of the error alarms. I'm supposing this is either Konstantinivka or Dovopilia.
Надо бы съебаться, как будто бы. Ну ладно. Еще.
Makivka, Donetsk region. Rick the Ukrainian's hometown. Yeah, but did you look that up or did you know it? Rostov having its own issues with being hit by Ukrainian drones. Volgograd region under missile threat from Ukraine. China tells EU it cannot afford Russian loss in Ukraine war, sources say. Wang Yi tells top EU diplomat Beijing fears U.S. shift of whole focus to China. Despite that, they say they still do not materially support Russia's war effort, either financially or militarily, insisting that if it was doing so, the conflict would have ended long ago. Yeah, very Trumpish response from China. Kyiv and region, attention. Already 110 UAVs over Ukraine. Kyiv residents are preparing to spend the night in the metro. This is Nivki station in Ukraine, in Kyiv. Yeah, and there's the big, beautiful being signed by Mike Johnson. Trump on his call with Putin. Also talked about the war with Ukraine. I'm not happy about that. I didn't make any progress with him today at all. We are giving weapons to Ukraine. We are working with them to try and help them. We have to make sure we have enough for ourselves. Then right after that call with Putin, that message came out 4:23. 4:26, 3 minutes later, MiG-31 jet fighter takes off. Kinzhal missile carrier. Kinzhal launch. Not 6 minutes after Trump's call with Putin. And then 20 minutes later, Kyiv under attack by Russian drones. In Dniprovsky district, UAV debris fell on one of the educational institutions and several residential buildings. Information about the victims is being clarified. This is 20 minutes after the call with Putin and Trump. All the drones near or over Kyiv, Poltava, Sumy, Chernihiv. To give you an idea. One of the first images to come out of Kyiv, and of course, watermarks all over it. And unfortunately, these are the last videos for today. Let me translate this really quick. As a result of the night attack on Kyiv, traffic on Zimmersky Street, Yakuba Koleski Street, Vidirny Avenue is partially blocked, according to Kyiv City Administration. Trolleybus route number 41 is blocked. Trolleybuses number 27 are running to the Industrial Bridge. So yeah, basically that's Kyiv split in two by the river because of those trolleybuses. If we go into Google Maps, I'll see if I could show you a bit of what's going on. There's a train, a trolley service. You see it crosses here, comes down and basically does a big loop around the city. Coming back up here, back through here. Over this way, up through here, and up this way, and then loops back around. Again, coming up over here and then crossing the river again. The southern half of this is not in service. is being used for passenger trains out of the Vauxhall, out of the train station. So they're just sending the trains south, putting them on the trolley route to get them over to here out of the city. So like half of their trolley buses are not operating in the southern half of the city because of that reroute. So they have to take the trolley bus north, the 21, to come up and around and back up this way, when normally they could just take like the 41 and come across here. It is basically a traffic nightmare for Ukraine on that front. And of course, did I close Telegram? Dang it. Oh, not Speaking Club. There we are. That is what Ukraine looked like as the sun was setting. And unfortunately, we're going to have to wait and see what comes visible in the morning, because it is just 7:19 a.m. in Ukraine at the moment. 11:19 for me. I'm going to call it a night here. Thank you all for coming to the stream. Thank you for hitting the like and share buttons, subscribes. It does wonders for the channel. We are a very small channel here on YouTube. Give you an idea. We have made it up to 465 subscribers. 35 subscribers to go to be able to do memberships and super chats. So that will be a nice boon. I would love to get to that point. So please share with your friends, family. I don't care if they watch. Well, yeah, I do care if they watch. I'd prefer if they watch, but your brother's mother's cousin's sister has a YouTube account. Tell them to subscribe. But more important than that, keep supporting Ukraine. Have a good night. Stay safe, everybody. Oh God. Do you want me to play that, Chungus? Is that what you're telling me? Is it okay to play it on stream? Well, I wait for Chungus to answer me that. One more donation came in. We are up to 1,157 euros. And I have to thank the Inanna Moose. Okay, I'm playing it on stream apparently.
Hey, MAGA, we know you're confused. Here's some terms you've often misused. Capitalism, buy and sell, socialism, share the...
Oh, yeah. Not going on the right screen.
Hey, MAGA, we know you're confused. Here's some terms you've often misused. Capitalism, buy and sell, socialism, share the wealth, communism, all as one, fascism, uh-oh, that's no fun. If you don't know the difference, don't just yell, sing it out loud and learn it well. Well, I'm capitalism with supply and demand, profits and risk go hand in hand, winners win big, losers get none, but hey, that's the system, ain't it fun? Now here comes socialism, kind and cool, like sharing all the crayons at your school. All on our own, it's hard to survive, but if we all chip in, everyone will thrive. Woo! Then I roll in, I'm communism, whoa! Everything's equal from head to toe. Sounds real good, but it's kinda lame. Even if you work hard, you all get the same. I'm fascism, you do what I say. One strong leader, no room for play. The state is everything when you're here. Censorship, force, control, and fear. Capitalism, work and spend. Socialism, help your friend. Communism, share the ride. Fascism, run and hide. Now you know the differences. Don't get stuck. Now you don't have to be stupid as fuck.
Okay. Shout out to Snarky Political Guy for creating that video. Go check him out on TikTok. Thank you for letting me play that. That was good. Better with the moose? Do I still got the moose playing? Oh, yeah, I do. Does that mean I have to play it again? Oh, darn.
MAGA, we know you're confused. Here's some terms you've often misused. Capitalism, buy and sell, socialism, share the wealth, communism, all as one, fascism, uh-oh, that's no fun. If you don't know the difference, don't just yell, sing it out loud and learn it well. Well, I'm capitalism with supply and demand, profits and risk go hand in hand, winners win big, losers get none, but hey, that's the system, ain't it fun? Now here comes socialism, kind and cool, like sharing all the crayons at your school. All on our own, it's hard to survive, but if we all chip in, everyone will thrive. Woo! Then I roll in, I'm communism, whoa! Everything's equal from head to toe. Sounds real good, but it's kinda lame. Even if you work hard, you all get the same. I'm fascism, you do what I say. One strong leader, no room for play. The state is everything when you're here. Censorship, force, control, and fear. Capitalism, work and spend. Socialism, help your friend. Communism, share the ride. Fascism, run and hide. Now you know the differences. Don't get stuck. Now you don't have to be stupid as fuck.
Again, shout out to Snarky Politico guy on TikTok for creating that. That was a pleasure to watch, and I enjoyed it. I hope you get many, many views on TikTok from that one. With that, do one last quick refresh. So, 2 days into the fundraiser, and we're already at 1,157.48 euros with 16 donations. You already made me do one spoonful of... I did not remember this being hotter than the horseradish. This is hotter than the horseradish. Oh. My mouth is still tingling a little bit, and I think I got a little bit high from the pain. Just 843 euros to go for the next spoonful. And you know what? If we reach and get this done before the end of July, I'll just do the squirt. Squirt it until my mouth is full and I can't handle it no more. So there's your guys' challenge. Get this done before the end of July. Have a good night, everybody. Oh, hey there, Nura. Good night, Nura.